Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Well, guys, I hope you absolutely had an amazing Christmas, to be sure. Now, reason why we didn't put out any videos yesterday is in Canada, the 26th, and I think it's the same in Australia and in the UK. So correct me if I'm wrong, but we celebrate what's called Boxing Day. Now, Boxing Day traditionally came out because what would happen is a lot of the wealthier folks, they would put like stuff and little treats and different things into the boxes and things like that and pass those down to the household staff and things like that. And so that's, traditionally, I think, how Boxing Day came about. But it became a big deal. Now, of course, one of the biggest shopping days of the year up in Canada is the 26th of December. Now, I would always, I'd be out and I'd be thinking, man, talk about a gluttonous economy. I mean, here you've had Christmas and most everyone's exchanged gifts and all this kind of stuff and what. And yet you'd go to the mall on the 26th and boy, it'd be jam-packed. And the thing is this, a lot of the retailers would not accept returns on the 26th because it was just so busy. And of course, it was all the after Christmas Day sales and things like that. And boy, talk about our economy now this year. I suspect that we've probably seen a big time reduction of that, just like, hey, Black Friday sales here in the U.S. were way down. Now, a lot of times they say, oh, it wasn't one of the best years. I don't think so. People that were actually out there. Now, we've had Black Fridays where people would be lined up around the block and stuff like that. Well, no one was, lining up around the block. And a lot of the aisles, I was going to say hallways and pathways, but aisles in a lot of these stores were not as full as what they have been in prior years. So that was a big telltale thing. But guys, listen to this. The article that I was reading today, talking about global banks and big way, cutting back in some serious numbers. Over 60,000 workers have been cut by global banks around the wide world. And on Wall Street, 30,000. You're talking JP Morgan, of course, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and all these major trading banks. Thousands and thousands of jobs they've cut. Now, why is that? Well, of course, we're not seeing big time trading and all that the way that we did. And of course, a lot of consolidation is going on. But guys, I also believe that we're seeing automation take over in a big capacity for jobs that can be literally replaced just like that by AI and other forms of automation. And I believe what we're seeing is the transition of this banking and global economy in a powerful way. And don't kid yourself. You're going to watch and hear more and more of this and more industries doing this, because a lot of these jobs that could be completely taken over by the utilization of distributed ledger technology are truly phenomenal. And in the tax department, absolutely guaranteed, if they bring in central bank digital currencies the way in which they want to do it, you're going to see a lot of the recovery divisions in the tax departments being completely wiped out. Why? Because that recovery, that tax collection happens right there at the point of sale. There's no requirement to have retailers, wholesalers, all these people remit, because right there in the transaction itself, the tax can be absolutely segregated. And when you get paid, same diff. And on and on. No need to have these companies send in their remittances for their payroll source deductions, because right at the point of issuance, it can be segregated utilizing central bank digital currencies. And that's why I think administratively is another big reason we're probably going to see them, and guys, in 2024 and 2025. Now, another thing you got going on is you have a lot of people already out there saying, hey, we're going to see a big crunch in 2024. Guys, I don't believe that. I absolutely do not believe that we're going to see. Now, in some capacity, yes, but believe it or not, what you're going to probably see is a major inflationary event where a lot of prices on houses are going to go up. But is it because the value of those are going up? No, it's because the value of the dollars being used to purchase those assets is going to be dropping and dropping hard. Why do I believe that? Well, guys, as we know, this U.S. dollar, world reserve currency, had been backed by the petrodollar in that oil would only be sold in US denominated purchases. Well, that is totally off the table, isn't it? I mean, you literally had China, like I like to point out, this is a big time deal, and that's why I keep pointing it out. But 1 million barrels of oil, and they utilized their central bank Chinese yuan to do it, central bank digital currency. And on top of that, you got BRICS nations, Saudi Arabia, that was a major signatory and signed ally to the United States and held up that US dollar as world reserve currency. Well, guys, that's off the table. As of January 1, they are in full inductee as a BRICS nation. And boy, has BRICS coming out and literally said they are not going to acquiesce to the US dollar as a reserve currency, and they're going to be dumping them big time. Well, what do you think is going to happen there? Well, do you realize that most US dollars are outside of the United States, not inside it? Inside of it? And one of the most wild statistics is this: there are more $100 bills inside of Russia than there are inside of the United States. Now, you go fact check that. That is absolutely phenomenal. But what do you think's going to happen when all those dollars start coming back? Well, you guessed it. You're going to watch the value of that US buck boom, 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 boom down. Now, like I said, the assets that those things purchase are going to go right up there, aren't they? And that's where you can see your houses, appreciation in bullion, gold, silver, equities, absolutely for sure. And guess what, guys? This entire digital asset space, big time appreciation, I believe in 2024 is on the way. And you literally had Larry Fink out there, CEO of BlackRock, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars assets under management. And he was coming out and saying, hey, this distributed ledger technology, this digital asset space could be representing a safe haven against a crashing dollar. Now, listen to that. That is truly phenomenal. And on top of it, let's point out the fact you got the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, trillions of dollars of daily traditional volume going through there for trades. And what did they go out and do? You guessed it. They went out there and they signed on with R3 Corda to get instant settlement on those transactions, right? And what does R3 Corda use, guys, to facilitate that? They use XDC and they use XRP. Boom, right there, right in front of your nose. And we can see what's happening. Now, yeah, things are just tinkering along right now. Boy, one of the most exciting, I tell you, times to absolutely be alive and to be witnessing what we're going to see. Because I think what's going to happen is in 2024, we are going to see it's going to be tinkering along. Then all of a sudden, one day, pow! It is going to fly off and it is going to go absolutely wild. Most people are not even going to be able to mentally understand it, let alone be ready for it. And that's why I don't cry over all of these, stagnant, prices of consolidation. To me, what an opportunity this represents in a powerful, powerful way. And I'm looking forward to 2024. Guys, I think 2024 in this digital asset space is probably going to turn out to be one of the most banger years that this entire space has ever seen. And into 2025, I think it's going to be truly monumental. And yet most people will not even be ready for it. Now, I think we're going to get some regulatory clarity, number one. Number two, I suspect that before the end of March, we're going to see a settlement. By end of March, April there, we're going to see a settlement with respect to this whole SEC Ripple lawsuit. And it is going to be on like Donkey Kong. Remember this, XRP is the only digital asset in the entirety of this digital asset space within the United States that has genuine legal clarity granted to it by a federal judge in federal court, and that is not going to be taken away. Guys, I'm telling you, it is absolutely phenomenal what we could be seeing here, and even in the first quarter of 2024. So buckle up, I tell you. Get ready, guys. It is going to be truly something. Look forward with expectation and hope. Now, yeah, there are going to be some challenges, but get yourself prepared for them. Don't be a victim to them. Look, if they're going to see higher prices in food and this and that or whatever, well, go up and stock up a little bit there. Put it aside. Get ready for it. It's a form of savings. I mean, you're going to consume it anyway. So if you can get it now at $6 and $7, why pay $10 and $12 for it down the road? That's kind of how I think. But that's just basically what I think is going to be coming. But guys, I'll tell you what, I sure hope that you just Have an amazing, amazing New Year's. We have a great video for you, by the way, coming up later on today. Can't wait to deliver that to you, and I sure hope you're having an absolutely fantastic start of your day today. And until next time, until our video later on this afternoon, have a great one and take care.